everybody. Welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I'm going to be continuing my Thanksgiving recipes for the month of November. And I've already shared with you guys homemade dressing, and it's a little bit more difficult. It's very doable, but I want to show you something that's a little bit easier if you're afraid to tackle homemade dressing and you just want that Thanksgiving feel and you want something quick for your family. This is a great dish to take as a main dish for your family or to take to a dinner. So let's get started. Today it's going to be called chicken and dressing casserole. Now I follow a lady on Facebook and it's called Mimi's Recipes, and this is where I got this recipe from, and it's just been it's easy and it's just become a real family favorite. So I'm excited to share it with you, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to need is a 9x13 casserole dish, which I have, and I'm going to spray it with non-stick cooking spray. All right, and then we have to have 2 cans, 12.5 ounce cans of the cooked chunk chicken in water. It's fully cooked. You need 2 of those. You need 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, which is a 10.5 ounce. You need 2 cans of chicken broth, which is a 14.5 ounce. Now I got the reduced sodium because I'm going to do in soup, and this is canned, so we don't want to get too much salt in there. And then I need 2 6-ounce boxes of the cornbread stuffing. Now you can buy whatever brand you want. I just bought the store brand. All right, and then we need 1 stick of melted butter, and I left it in the microwave, so I'll be right back. I'm going to get it. Here's my butter. I just melted 1 stick in the microwave. Now, and basically it's 2, and 1 stick of butter. That's it. It's that simple, and it's amazing. It's the best tasting thing I've ever had in a long time. And I love good and I love quick. So we're gonna go start on this. I'm going to open my cans of chicken, and I'm gonna drain them off. I got me a little jar here to drain them off in. I like to save my chicken broth, and I can use it in other recipes, and sometimes I put it over my puppy's food. He loves me to pour a little bit of chicken broth over his dry dog food. He loves that. So let's get this out. There's a little piece of fat in there. I'm gonna try to get that out too. I don't want that in my, all right, and we're just gonna pour that in the casserole dish. Do the same thing with the other one. Like I said, if you're not willing to brave homemade dressing, this is a great alternative. Or if it's not during Thanksgiving time and you're just kind of in the mood for dressing, this is a quick and easy way to get that instead of, you know, making the homemade cornbread and everything. But I tried it a few months ago and we love it, and I wanted to share it with everybody. Okay, and I'm just going to take my hands, they're clean, and I'm just going to crumble this up just so it'll cover the bottom of my casserole dish. Today's Tuesday, and I'm going to be working this afternoon, and I'm going to cook this casserole, and I think I'm going to take some to my co-workers because I wanted to share it with y'all, and I sure can't eat this all by myself. This will feed probably about 8 people, and you could also half it very easily. You just do 1, 1, 1, and 1, and a half a stick of butter if it's just like you and, you know, your husband and maybe 1 or 2 small children, and you won't need the whole casserole. But if you're feeding a large group, this works out great. All right, and then we're going to open the soup. Let me rinse my hands off that. Kind of got on there pretty good. Excuse me, that's better. Okay, now I'm going to open up the soup. If I can get my spoon under it. And I just bought the store brand in the soup also. It's whatever to your liking. And usually you get it to come out. There it goes. It's a little bit thick today. I've said this before, Thanksgiving is by far my favorite time of year. And I love, love, love to cook for it. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing for the next, you know, probably like the 4 or 5 weeks. Every week I'll be sharing a different recipe with you guys It'll be pertaining to Thanksgiving to help with cooking and stuff like that. And then during Christmas, I'm going to share some finger foods with you guys. We like to do finger foods a lot at Christmas, and we always cook a ham at Christmas. We always have a ham at Easter, and we always have a ham at Christmas. Now, I like ham, but I love turkey too, so, and I like chicken. We're meat eaters in our family. We like lots of different things. All right? So there's what that looks like. You just do that in the bottom of your dish. Now, I'm going to move this to the side for just a second, and I'm going to prepare our stuffing mix. Now this, it takes a couple of minutes. I guess you could probably do it before you actually assemble that if you wanted to save a little bit of time, but in my mind, I kind of go the way I'm layering it. So let's just cut this off. I'm going to put these in here. Well, I think I did them upside down, but I couldn't tell either way. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to cut the tops off of this. I'm going to pour it in this good sized bowl, about a medium to large bowl. And then I'm going to pour the chicken broth in there and the butter. Go ahead and add the butter. 1 stick of melted butter. I think I'll just make sure I get all that in there. Like I said, this is super duper easy, guys, and it is tasty. And this seems like a lot when you first put it in because you're like, wow, that's runny. But it's going to take a few minutes, but that's going to absorb those really dry cornbread bits are going to absorb all of that. And you'll be able to put it on top of your chicken and your soup. So let's do that. Yeah, like I said, to save time, you could probably do this part first and let it be soaking in. I'm going to clean my mess up for just a second. Okay, well, let's keep stirring. I'm going to push my sleeve up there. I'm going to stir this. And like I said, it takes a couple of minutes to absorb all of that. But you just kind of keep working it. You can kind of take your spoon and kind of mash it and work it, but it will eventually absorb every bit of that juice, and it'll just be kind of, I call it like pasty or spreadable, but it won't be have all this juice in it. So just keep stirring it. My nose is itching today. It is definitely fall weather. My husband has not had to mow in almost 2 weeks, and that's incredible. You know, in the summertime, you got to mow every week. It gets so thick, but it's slowed down for us a little bit. So he knows he's going to get a couple of weeks. He'll mow 1 or 2 more times maybe in another week or so, and then he might be done for the season. It's been down in the 30s at our house. In the mornings, of course, it gets up in the 70s. In the afternoon, the other day, it only got up to like 68, and it was kind of chilly. I wore a jacket most of the day because of that. And this right here, what we're doing right here, this is the longest process of all of it outside of the baking part. It's just that easy. So just keep working that. Keep working the stuff, and it's going to absorb that juice. Just keep taking the back of your spoon and just kind of working it in. You could actually get in here with your hands if you wanted to and squeeze it, but I don't think it's necessary. A lot of times, if I'm making a ton of homemade dressing, I'll use my hands to mix it all up, but this is not totally necessary. But as you see, it's slowly absorbing all of that juice, and there's a lot of flavor in there, and I do not salt this or pepper it because the dry cornbread stuffing has a lot of seasoning in it, and then I did the low sodium, remember, chicken broth, and then I have the soup and the chicken that's canned, so there's a lot of salt already in it. You do not need to salt this. I think it would make it way too salty if you did. You could probably add a little bit of pepper if you wanted to, but I don't even add anything to it because there's so many seasonings inside this dry pack. All right, it's almost there. We're getting there. Like I said, you just keep working it and stirring it until it absorbs that juice up. Getting closer. Now, another variety that you can do this, you can do it like this, and then you can put canned biscuits on top of it. I've seen the lady that I got this recipe from on Facebook, she did that variety. I've never tried that, but we're just dressing fans, so that's why I just decided to do it like this every time, and we've enjoyed it. Okay, I think we're almost there, guys. You want it to have a little moisture, but like I said, not all that juice, but see how much it's absorbed? It's already absorbed most all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it back over here. Stir it 1 or 2 more times to make sure we're incorporated good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pour this over the chicken, mixture, and the soup. Get it all out. Okay, and then we're just going to spread it. Spread it right across, just like that. Now, as this cooks, the rest of that little bit of juice that's in there, if hardly any, is going to absorb, and it's going to seep down into the casserole, and it will be delicious. All right, now I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and I'm going to put it in there for 30 to 35 minutes. And when I come back, when it's finished, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? I'll talk to you in just a few minutes. Hey everybody, welcome back. Now, I got my casserole out of the oven. I baked it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Now, we're going to have homemade mashed potatoes, and I'm going to have turnip greens, and I'm going to have some cranberry sauce. We're going to have this for lunch today, on Tuesday lunch. Like I said, I'm going to take some to my co-workers. This is all set real good, and the sides are bubbly, so I can't wait to dig in. And also, I'm going to put the recipe in the description and how we make it and everything. And if you like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marsha. Like and share. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.